Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from Invader, and he is in the Yugumo, a tier 9 Japanese destroyer. He's on the map charts in a 3-point domination game. Now there is a carrier, but there is only the Missouri for radar, and well, there's a Friesland with Hydro, I guess, but you know, not the worst matchmaking for destroyer here. Now this battle, I can already tell you, it's mostly amusing and a little bit sad. I guess it's one of those games where you either have to laugh or cry, because both teams really want to lose this battle. Like, really want to lose it. I guess on the bright side that means everybody here is a winner, because one team will win the battle and the other team will have achieved their dream of getting a defeat. And look at that! Our Yugumo has found a Shimakaze. The Shimakaze is shooting armor piercing for reasons unknown to man. And he's smoking up. Now, that's an amazing start. He's gotten already like almost 8k into the Shima. Of course, that now means there are 15 torps coming his way. And he is, well, he could be sailing away, but he decides he wants to contest this cap, but he's going with his rear towards the expected torps. And he should, well, hopefully be able to dodge them. And there are the torps. Shima also showing herself again. I guess the Shima was... I'm not sure what the Shima was trying. Maybe he was too afraid of torps, so he glided out of his smoke in an effort to dodge them better? Or maybe he just wanted to spot the Yugumo, I don't know. So, torps are dodged. And, well, we have the C cap already lost. The B cap B cap also already lost. I guess the Friesland was afraid of the two destroyers in there. Not sure why we don't got a destroyer into the C cap. I think they got this. Yeah, the friendly destroyers are behind. Oh, it's up. Okay, I see. So we have a set up there, right? Set, one of the greatest cap contestants there is, because of the Hydro. And he decided, you know what, I'm not going to bring my Hydro anywhere near this cap. I'm not going to try to contest. I mean, we know the Missouri is not up there. He knew there was no radar. So, perfect situation to try something. I decided not to. Are those destroyers divisioned? Oh yeah, they are two divisioned destroyers who both decided to not do anything about this cap and just sail into a corner. Well, good start, good start. Meanwhile, of course, Invader is still trying to contest, and look at that. So the Shima never tried to, like, I mean, he could have used his smoke to retreat back to his home territory, I guess, but instead the Shima decided to just wait it out and get sunk. Good start. Now, I guess Invader decides that he wants to keep his smoke for now. That Lenin might be a problem, but again, like, the advantage of this cap here is that those islands, they might look like cover for the enemy, but mostly they're just blocking the enemy's shots. So basically, from the enemy team here, almost nobody had shots at him. Not that the enemy has that many forces here, I suppose. The Missouri is thankfully still in a position where his radar will be useless, so that's great. And now he can take this cap, and the friendlies will finally have a points income. Now we have a Shobart and Montana coming this way. We have the Hindenburg still somewhere around. Now this force should be enough to hold off the enemy forces. The Friesland still trying to do something at B, I suppose. And well, the C cap is still a very sad sight. The destroyers are trying to be as useless as possible. And the friendly forces are too afraid of a Friesland that can't torp to actually try push, I suppose. The North Carolina is going fishing in the north. I don't know what he's doing up there. But, you know, we'll probably never find out. Maybe he's on an epic quest, or maybe he's just trying to go exploring, go on an adventure, leave the map, see the world. Okay, so we've got the Yamato coming in here. The Lenin is probably going around this. I mean, there's a chance that the Lenin is turning around, but you gotta be careful. There might be a random Lenin appearing on this side. The friendly Shabbat is already running away. Look, well, I mean, no, fighting away, I guess. Montana has to be careful. If the Lenin appears at his broadside, he will have a problem. What he could do is he could stay behind this island and point his guns there and await the Lenin. Yeah, the Lenin is coming. Montana needs to turn towards the Lenin, use this island to block shells from the Yamato. And honestly, Invader needs to get out of here. it might have already been too late for that, because he's going to get spotted from Lenin. And, well, he can't run towards the Yamato or the Yoshino or the lane. Might need to make a 360 turn and run away here, but I think it's too late for that. Carrier is also here getting him spotted. Now he does have a smoke screen. What he needs to do is sink this Lenin. That will open an exit and then he can run. He should have been a little bit further in the back, I suppose. I guess it happens. Maybe he expected the Lenin to turn around or something, but he's got a cornered here now. Now that's one torpedo on the Lenin, but that alone won't sink it. Now he has a second torpedo launcher. He could launch right now, but he is deciding he might need to make that count. He realizes that he's getting pushed from all sides. And I think like he is keeping that for possibles. Oh no, wait, he's launching. And again, like the second launcher will be ready before this smoke runs out. So there is that. Now, of course, if this launcher hits, doesn't look like it, then he would have opened up his exit. The Montana, broadside, full broadside towards the Lenin. I guess the Montana didn't get the memo about broadsides, but then again, Montana's still floating right now. Well, there comes the Salvo, there goes the Montana. So, okay then. Now comes the suicide push. The Warps are ready again. Now those should hit. Now keep in mind that in a replay you can't always see what's selected. I'm pretty sure he had that Lenin selected when he aimed his torps. And oh boy, the Lenin is still alive. His health are getting low. There goes the Lenin. Now the problem is the Yamato. He survived the Yamato shells. Yamato reload isn't that fast, so he should be able to drop into concealment before that Yamato can reload. And the Yoshino seems to be behind an island and not be able to shoot him. Once again, like those islands are really working in his favor, because half of the time he spotted the enemy is just having their shots blocked. Now there is one very big problem. Well, there's one big problem for the Yugumo, and that's called a carrier. Like the carrier was here earlier, the carrier knows that there is a destroyer still here. The carrier, if he pays attention, knows that there is a low health destroyer with no support whatsoever. So, I mean, the smoke's on cooldown still. If the carrier comes this way, he's dead. There is nothing he can do. There is no miracle that can save him, because the carrier can just spot him. For the Yoshino and the Yamato, he doesn't even need to do the deed himself. Not to mention that the carrier would be fully capable of sinking the Yugumo anyway. Probably. Well, nothing Invader can do about that. He can't teleport, so he's trying to get some more torps into those guys. He's playing a dangerous game. He's rather close there. And with the blinds circling, it could be a problem. But you know, the closer he is, the more he can ensure that his torps are going to hit, hopefully. We'll see about that. Meanwhile, of course, the sea camp has not been taken. That Friesland then decided to try it around B, but never could get an opening in there. Is now going into the sea camp. Now all of the forces that we have at sea, I mean, they might have been sinking a ship or two there, but mostly they are just useless. Like look at the friendly destroyers up there. Nobody has ever taken the sea camp. It has to be the Friesland that had to travel all the way from the center of the map up there. Oh boy, this is I guess sort of sad. Now there is the friendly the enemy Missouri pushing in it. Oh, there is a Kitakaze. So he's taking the shot. This is 150 health Kitakaze, and he gets one pen that only knocks out the gun turret. But somebody else, well, the carrier, sunk this. Now the carrier should be seeing the writing on the wall, and he should run. I mean, he could go to A1. He could go up in this corner, because that seems like friendly territory, pretty much. Other friend is going to finally take out that Friesland. Did I mention that Friesland doesn't have torps, so maybe the battleships are getting the memo right now. Meanwhile, here Invader goes for widespread. I don't think that's the right choice. Widespread, like with those 4 torps, there will be such huge gaps that it's very unlikely that he's hitting anything with it. Oh yeah, they finally took care of the Friesland. And well, thanks to the friendly Friesland, they even got the sea cap. It looks like the Yamato is going to dodge this one, I'm afraid. Okay, so Missouri is getting pretty close. Missouri radar was, I think, 9.5, so he is still safe, but he has to be careful. So meanwhile, what's going on in chat? Of being against tier 10 battleships, they do like 50k in a volley. So that's, I think that was the North Carolina. So the North Carolina that went on his epic adventure there, apparently he just, I think he got stuck there showing broadside to a Montana. Like, if you're getting hit for 50k, the problem wasn't that you are tier 8 battleship, the problem was that you were showing broadside to a tier 10 battleship. It's the broadside that's the problem. So be that as it may, Invader is, oh, he's too close to the Missouri, he needs to get away here. Watch the Missouri. I mean, the Missouri doesn't necessarily know where exactly he is, but if they just presses radar by accident, then he's just sued. No, don't smoke, you have a Missouri with radar pushing, and now the Missouri knows exactly where you are, and you're just dead. Wait, there is no radar. Why is there no radar? I mean, it's possible that the radar's on cool, but why would it be on cool? Like, who else could the Missouri have radared recently? Or did he just randomly press the button when nothing was in range? So, but you know, that Missouri might push radar at any second. Okay, so Invader is trying to leave. He's realizing that this gets a bit tricky. Oh boy, there is a Fletcher. He's so dead. He's so dead here. But he will get the Fletcher, so there is something. Now he gets taken out. And I guess he has still torps in the water there. Okay. So, how does this battle overall look like? Well, like a catastrophe. Oh, he sunk the Missouri. Well, I mean, it gives the friendlies a little bit of briefing of it's 5 ships against 3. 5 ships against 3, you might be thinking, you know, that's not too shabby. But the problem is the enemy has a 440 point lead about. And so what the enemy team needs to do here is basically just survive. Now the enemy carrier, is the Graf Zeppelin reversing? Why would it be like that? That Graf Zeppelin needs to run away, probably like into this corner. The others can just remain spotted. The Yamato was on very low health. But if he can heal up, then well, he will just return stronger. The enemy carrier should be going for the Friesland. I mean, the enemy carrier doesn't know exactly where the Friesland is, I suppose. Well, he does, the Friesland's RDA is going off. So if he can sink that Friesland, it might all be over, right? Well, I guess the planes just got shredded. So that's good news. We should also speed this up, by the way. So the enemy carrier wisened up and ran away, and okay, all go B, Y, all coming C lost us the game already. Okay, let's digest this for a minute. Where else would the friendly team go? Like, look at it. What should they have done from C? Obviously, they should have gone to B sooner. Like, I mean, he's smart enough to realize that all going C was a bad idea. Well, the bad idea was not pushing C, to be honest. Not like going C would have been fine if they'd just taken the cap. Coming to B sooner would have been what they needed to do. Okay, maybe we need to slow this down here a little bit again. So while I was talking, the enemy Yoshino just got wrecked really hard. So very lucky for the friendly team, they got a good hit in there. But the enemy team is at 957 points. Now the friendlies started contesting this, but if the friendlies lose a ship here, they're pretty much done for. You know what this means? This means the Shimakaze is going in. Why is the Shimakaze spotted? Is it too close? Or is it the carrier? His anti-air is going for the carrier, so that Shimakaze is spotted. Stops away on the Yamato. The enemy, thankfully the enemy Graf Zeppelin did not go behind this island. He decided to park here where he can be shot. That's very crucial. If that Zeppelin would have hit behind the island, this game would have already been lost, probably. Friendly Shimakaze doing here at the most to get sunk. But they got the carrier, now they have, they've got a little bit of wiggle room there. Enemy is still in the lead, by the way, it's 1-4. Like, I mean, they're probably going to sink this Yamato right now. Shimakaze, I think, is trying to get some gunboating in there. trying to get sunk, but you know, I think like if friendlies might have this. I mean, the Shima is going down. If the Yamato could also sink the Friesland or so, then the enemy team would win, I'd say. Well, that Shima is surviving and the Yamato is going down too fast. So is this a win? Yes, it is. And here we are with the results. Invader earned himself 2,928 base experience, and despite him making a few mistakes there, he still carried this team hard. Let's be honest, if he hadn't been a day, if he hadn't like contested this camp, taken this camp and defended this camp, the friendlies would have lost 10 minutes into the game. But yeah, I hope you had a good laugh, maybe a little bit of a cry, and I'll see you guys next time.